What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Ethereum, but we're also going to be running over Wrapped Dog and Bitcoin, so make sure you stay clear till the very end of this video. Also, if you're not a member of the free Discord yet, please click the link in the description box below and get started with the free Discord. And without further ado, we'll get straight into today's video. Okay, so Ethereum, we're starting off here on the daily candlesticks. And the very first thing I want to show you guys today is the ABC correction that we did see on Ethereum. Now, back over here, when everybody was excited about the ETF approval, a lot of people were buying the top up here, and I warned you guys that Ethereum probably needed to pull back. It did pull back pretty significantly, and we're watching some lower levels here for Ethereum and an ABC correction, which we did indeed get. So you can see that we did get that ABC correction, and this is what it looks like. We have our A wave right here, our B wave right here, and our C wave that comes down right here. Now we've started to recover a little bit here. You can see price went up to 2,700, then pulled back down to 22, and then went back up to 26. And now just today we pulled back a little bit here to 2,400 per coin. There's always going to be FUD out there, a lot of people trying to convince you to sell, a lot of reasons that people are getting scared. So don't buy into all the FUD. A lot of people panic sell their Ethereum or their favorite coins right at the best time to buy because of world events or news events, and they panic sell when they should be buying. So don't believe the FUD. If you don't know what FUD stands for, it stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And a lot of times that FUD gets spread right at the bottoms when most people are fearful, where you should actually be picking more up. So we do see that with the crypto markets today. We see a lot of people in a state of fear, in a state of FUD. They're wondering what's going to happen. And really, it's a great time to be buying. So yeah, buying at the bottom of these corrections is very, very profitable. In fact, this is just a smaller version of what happened back over here on Ethereum during the last big correction. So when Ethereum was just under 5,000 per coin, we did have a big correction here that pulled us all the way back down to about $937. So you can see the big crash that happened here on Ethereum was an ABC correction, and look what happened after that ABC correction occurred. We actually have a very strong recovery that happened after that ABC correction occurred. So you can see those ABC corrections are great buying opportunities, and a lot of times people panic sell the bottom of them because they don't know what's going on in the market. So yeah, this ABC looks a lot like this one. It's just a bigger version of the same thing. So again, this recent correction on Ethereum is a lot like the previous correction that we saw, but this recent one is just a smaller version of the big one. So this is a bigger version of the small one, and the smaller one's a bigger version, or the small one is a smaller version of the big one. So yeah, it's the same exact pattern, just a different size. So now what we are watching here with Ethereum is for us to find support near these lows at the bottom of this ABC correction and start to make its way back up, just like what happened over here when Ethereum started to recover along the way up. So I really like this setup here with Ethereum. A lot of people, again, will be panic selling down here, but we're on major support, and we do still have the ETF approval. So all the people that were panic buying up here, FOMO buying, why are you panic selling down here? Like, fundamentally, there's still a lot of good things going on in this market. You know, don't flip around now just because you're getting scared. Stay true to yourself and to the markets and buy the dip. Don't be afraid of the drop that happened in the market, because you have to be able to buy dips to make money in these markets. So I really like this setup here on Ethereum. Now, what we do want to see here in the bigger time frame is for it to follow this fractal that we're looking at here with Amazon. So if we take Ethereum over here on the left and over here on the right, we pull up Amazon.com and go back and look at Amazon and its early day cycle, you're going to see a lot of similarities between these two charts. And you're going to ask yourself, well, dang, maybe Ethereum is actually a better entry than I thought it was. And a lot of people aren't looking at this, but if you compare Amazon to Ethereum and you look at Ethereum over here on the left and Amazon over here on the right, you can see this parabolic run up that happened on Ethereum and then a big correction, and then price started to recover and another big correction. And that's exactly what happened to Amazon back in the day. A big run up, big correction, big recovery, another big correction, and then it skyrocketed from that point. So I do think we will see a pretty big recovery here on Ethereum, one that could take us to new all-time highs. And really, again, that's going to blow a lot of people away. A lot of people are going to be surprised that it happened. Why? Because people trade based on emotion. They get too excited up here and too fearful down here. And then when the market sees a full-blown recovery and breaks above the old all-time high, they go, wait a minute, how did that even happen? Well, I'll tell you exactly how it happened. It happened because the market was ready to recover. People were panic selling and it was oversold, so don't fall into the crowd and don't follow the crowd, because the crowd is only going to do what's wrong 90% of the time, So if you can look over that and do what the big whales are doing, which is buy the dip, then you can make a lot of money in this market. But you got to have your eyes on the prize and be willing to buy the dip. So yeah, that's my view on Ethereum. I do think we will have a big, strong recovery here for Ethereum that will really take off here and blow a lot of people away. So let's go ahead and look at Wrapped Dog, and then we'll look at Bitcoin as well. So if we go over to Wrapped Dog, I want to show you guys just how powerful some of these setups are here. So let's go ahead and look at Wrapped Dog, and then I'm going to bring up another chart. So Wrapped Dog actually has rumors of Binance listing it. So if you guys don't know about Nero got listed on Binance and it just completely skyrocketed. So basically what happened here with Nero is we had a downward trending resistance line. We broke above that line and it came back down and tested it as support. And then it was added to Binance and price just completely skyrocketed from there. And actually the setup here on Wrapped Dog is very similar. You can see we have this downward trending line here, and we could go to the DEX screener chart actually to get a little bit more data here for Wrapped Dog. But you can pull up the Wrapped Dog chart, and if you look at Wrapped Dog on the bigger time frame, like the daily time frame instead of the 4-hour or whatever, then you're going to see that pretty much the exact same setup as what happened on Nero. So we have this downward trending line. We broke out up above that line and came back down and retested it as support. So this is called a breakout retest. It's a very common thing to have happen in the market before you get a big pump in the market. So that's exactly what Nero did. Nero did the exact same thing. We had this downward trending line, we broke above it, then we came back down and retested it as support, and then we skyrocketed. And there actually is a rumor that Binance is accumulating this coin right now in preparation to add it to their exchange. Just exactly like what happened in Nero at this exact same point in its breakout retest. So I'm really bullish here on Wrapped Dog. I think a big move is coming soon, and I'm very excited about this setup. So be ready for something explosive coming here with Wrapped Dog. All right, now let's talk a little bit about Bitcoin, because I did mention Bitcoin in my live stream, and I was talking a little bit about how Bitcoin could pull back to 64 or even 60K in my live stream last Saturday. And we did pull back here on Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people are going to panic sell down here, again, just like they're panic selling the whole market. But you guys, nothing has changed on Bitcoin. I mean, pull Bitcoin and compare it to gold. We've been doing this the entire time. And while everybody else was getting emotional in all the different directions, getting too bearish at bottoms and too bullish at tops, here over at High Altitude Investing, we had our head on straight the entire time. And we've been watching Bitcoin and comparing it to gold and really just playing this pretty dang good considering all things. So over here on the right, we have gold. And over here on the left, we have Bitcoin. And a lot of people panic sold their gold right here, right before gold took off. But they also panic sold right here. If you zoom in, there was a correction halfway up right here. They also panic sold right here before it took off. And if you look at the gold chart, it really did take off significantly after this big cup and handle pattern that it formed. And you can see that cup and handle really clearly here on gold. See this big cup right here, and then the handle, then we take off. Well, Bitcoin is the same thing. Huge cup, huge handle, and people have panic sold all through here and got chopped up. But I think we're going to take off just like how gold did and break out to a new all-time high as a result of this cup and handle pattern. It's a super bullish pattern. So definitely don't buy into the FUD. The fear. I do see a lot of bullishness coming on Bitcoin and a lot of upside left in this market. So yeah, that's my update on Ethereum, on Wrapped Dog, and on Bitcoin. Thank you for tuning in. Don't panic sell, and I'll see you guys in future videos. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and share it with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. As always, stay profitable out there.